ego in some ways, or discussions with your parents, or how did that kind of work out?
There was really no balance of ego at all. I mean, every single time I went out on the court, if I subbed out, he'd be the first one to talk to me about what he sees on the court and things like that. So I think just him being on the sidelines really helped me because he saw something different than I'd see on the court. And I think that really helped me. He really did not have an ego at all. He really just took that year as an opportunity to get better and better himself on the court.
Thank you.
Yep.
So how will your role change for this year? I'm sure you've already been asked that.
Yeah. No, it'll increase a lot this year. Obviously with Luka gone, there's a big hole to fill with points and things like that. So I just think that the better I develop my skill set throughout this offseason, the better our team will be overall. And I just think that I'll be able to put the ball in the hoop easier. My jump shot's been a lot more consistent this offseason, so I just think that's a big factor in my game right now.
We saw times last year when Tony and Joe Toussaint got into the game, you guys pressed more or played even more up-tempo. Do you see this team maybe doing that kind of thing more?
Yeah, we're going to be really athletic this year, so I think just us pressuring teams on the ball, flying at shooters, flying around the gym, around the court is really going to help our team, and I just think that with our athleticism, we're capable of being a really good defensive team this year.
Did you like starting? I mean, what did you like better last year, coming off the bench or starting, or did it matter?
I think it really didn't matter. I only started a couple games, but I mean, coming off the bench, it kind of brought a fire under me just to do whatever I needed to do to help our team win. But I think at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you start. It's just a matter of who finishes the game. So I just think that was me going into the game, just do whatever to help our team. And that will continue on next season.
Yeah, I've been trying really hard. I'm trying to be more confident. Like I was in high school, I wasn't very confident last year because I was getting new to college, especially having COVID coming. So it's kind of hard to adjust as fast as I wanted to or as I thought I would. But once this year came, everybody actually, not just me, everybody, all the freshmen as well, and all the upperclassmen as well, has been being great leaders on both sides because we got a new team coming back. So we're trying to put this team together and continue to make it work.
What specific things have you been working on this summer that he's able to see how much growth you've been able to do this summer? What have you been working on to better yourself?
I've just been using my voice more, speaking up. When I see something in practice, we're not going as quickly or things not going as well, I instantly step in, talk, encourage the younger players, keep going, because I've been there. Keep going, don't get discouraged, keep working. I also been working, personally, I also been working on being more confident in shooting, scoring, defense, of course, rebounding, just helping the team out in all areas that I can help.
How do you see your role expanding in the next year? Obviously, the starting lineup and roster looks quite a bit different in terms of where your points are going to come from next year.
Honestly, I really feel as things are about to go great this year for me and the team as well. I think I improved a lot from summer workouts and especially from last year. I'm just ready for this year. That's all.
Keegan was saying you guys kind of have a chip on your shoulder because, expectations won't be near as high.
Yeah, we always did. Coming in, when me and him first committed here, we had a plan that we wanted to win a national championship, and we always had a chip on our shoulder coming in as a whole team. Because people don't believe in us right now because, we lost Luka and Weezy and CJ leaving. But besides that, we know what we can do. We know what we are. We know what type of family we got and what we done brought in, and everybody's connected and bringing in the same energy.
And without Fred,
Does it feel that way to you?
Yeah, it does. I mean, like in practice and stuff, we put emphasis on just offensively, everyone making contributions, and we play a really selfish brand of basketball, so everyone's going to have a big part, especially this year. And I think the way that we're going to be playing, with how flexible it is, I'll have a big contribution. Everyone's going to have a big contribution, especially offensively and defensively.
I'm sure you get asked this a lot, or at least some, but what is your game? We saw your brothers, but describe yours.
Yeah, I think people don't take the credit. Like when I was in high school, I was more of a shooter, but I've developed all kinds of different areas of my game, especially my mid-range this last year. It's gotten a lot better. I've really developed that, especially on scout teams, and taking advantage of those practices with the talent that we had last year. And one of the biggest parts of my game right now is getting to the basket and creating for others. I think that's a big part of, that's what I like to do most.
What do you take away from last season?
Last season it was more of a learning experience for me, especially just because the talent that we had and the leaders that we had on that team is something that I was grateful to have, just from like learning the experience and practice and stuff. Like on scout team, I got to learn a lot of different offenses in the Big Ten, and I got to play a bunch of different players and had different skill sets, and I kind of took that and translated it to my game, which it is going to help a lot this coming year.